Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and he...
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either. It's time I attended to other matters.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me! Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. They told me! Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace.
Gods of mercy! Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood's scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it! Attack!
broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Reynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first time...
Armor won't sir.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Ah, so...
Aye.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma'am. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Ah!
Lyria!
Curses. Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! Look there! Yet another abomination.
Ugh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
One boat all I need.
We must trust each other.
Give me a target.
The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Many trees we felled, my lady. Might you have need of them, so? They call themselves Stray. We build a bridge. Do you no bandits here? Do you no bandits here? Not surprising, neither, but we chase them up with our actions.
The masks they wear. Have you seen them? Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them. To raise an hand. Thank you for listening to this. Milady, the masks they wear. Have you seen them? They're fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking...
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy, and might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for...
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why...
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Leave.
Bow low for your sovereign. Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Ha' mercy, your grace. We bear no...
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be.
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it.
My. We shall be addressing...
This is an outrage!
I've all in hand, Col.
Forgive me, your grace. I'm not accustomed.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can
Helmer, son of...
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits.
Him, milady. We've seen him. No name, just an...
My. A blue-blood thoroughbred mutt.
That recall, Imogen? What did it...
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march up...
Milady! Arbor no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub...
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
The Duke of Dogs fed you, so you've strength enough to carry arms. And as he gave you coin, you've no need of pay from the realm's coffers. Sergeant, all men of 15 summers or more will join...
No, my lady. No!
Meave set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind...
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad day. That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presume. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
One bolt, all I need.
Give me a target.
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop!
One bolt all I need. Give me a target. Arbalist at your command.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
We've come...
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttresses doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick...
Out to the east, down Wetterton Way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about...
The Queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, your grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as...
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The Queen said, calmly, but...
Some bandits on thy road round Owen. Those that call themselves the Strays. Those bandits. Beware. Those bandits.
Off to Wetterton, are ye? Funny tune that. Just the folk could be on shite. Off to Wetterton, are ye?
The Lyrians entered the graveyard. Crickets chirped in its tall, windswept grass, and lush green moss covered its crumbling gravestones. Only a fresh bloodstain upon a mausoleum wall suggested that something disturbed the dead in their rest and hunted the living.
Save your tears, throw off your grief.
An eerie voice sang, its ghastly lament standing Maeve's hair on end.
Soon your life too shall cease.
Arbalist to your command. Armor won't save. Should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
What was that filth?
The Queen croaked hoarsely as the dying monster writhed in agony at her feet.
I know not, your grace,
replied Reynard.
But to be safe, I would have the corpse chopped up and burned. Elsewise, we will not be certain it shall not return.
Yes, have it done,
Maeve said, brushing her hair from her beaded brow.
but quickly, lest dusk catch us in this foul place.
As they neared Wetterton, the Queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts.
What is your command, your grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the Queen, then spurred her mount and rode off.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones! Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
We must trust
We
it.
must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
Can't take it anymore.
So much hatred. We must put a stop to it. Reynard, who started this? I must know.
We must trust each
We
other.
must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
So much hatred. We must put a stop to it. Reynard, who started this? I must know.
Discipline shall bring us! Strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones! Reynard, who started this? I must know.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Her Majesty
We
is...
must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
Step away, or see your heads bounce! Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Her Majesty knows
We
what...
must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
Her Majesty is...
We must strike the largest cluster...
So much hatred. We must put a stop to it. Reynard, who's...
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!